Welcome to the Speedrome weekly show Inside the 8. I'm your host, Scott Nigh. This show each week will have recaps of the previous events, and we'll have a little preview of what's coming up this weekend. Right now we're kicking off the season, and there's so much excitement involved getting ready for a great year of figure eight racing here at the world's home of the figure eight. So many young stars wanting to join the field to go against those veterans, and it should be some great figure eight racing from the get-go. And to get a preview of that, we talked to some drivers here in the past week or so. Our first interview has our lead announcer and Hall of Famer Tori Stiles speaking with a driver that's joining us from Washington for a full-time season. Her name is Jillian Lepedo.
I am in heaven right now because, one, I get to hang out with Jillian Lepedo, but even better, I am on her bus right now. This thing is legendary in the world of race cars. If a bus could tell a story, probably would not talk badly about Jillian, but I'm sure it's been around for a bit here, traveled around, and luckily it traveled finally and brought you to us here in Indianapolis. Jillian, I tell you what, from the get-go, when I first came across you guys out there on the West Coast, first hearing about you, seeing you actually run, being able to call you and that sort of thing, and the change that you could help to generate in the program, in the racing, in the industry. I mean, I'm really tickled here. It's been great. Glad to be part of it as a little bit as I've done, because really the work has always been you, your father, all those years. Okay, and here it is finally. You started out, your street stock in the days, and here this little scrawny little girl was out there running the figure eight, the little street stock car against the outlaws and everything else. And then the dream hit, and you had to make the trip. 2024. Can you give us a quick sum up of what 2024 was like for you?
Yeah, 2024, I ended up coming into my season a little late. We drove 2,200 miles from Washington to get here. No regrets, but man, it was a heck of a trip between bus issues, trailer issues, health issues, but we made it. We ended up doing a couple races, halfway into the season, and then my engine ended up blowing up, unfortunately. We still came out to the track to support every weekend, watch all of our fellow racers, stay in the loop, because that's why I moved out here, is to race, even if I can't participate. We ended up meeting just some great people, including John Cento, who's now rebuilt my engine, and man, we're on fire. 2024 was a little bit of a mess, but you know what? We are coming into 2025 we have a brand new race car, we have a new race shop, we have new sponsors. We're jazzed about all the new. My car setup is so completely different. I got different transmission, different leaf springs, different rack, just everything. So
yes, your father was telling us how much.
It's definitely going to be a big learning curve for me and my experience driving this new car in the class. I have my figure eight seat time down, but I still need my car seat time down, and you can never get enough of either of those things. So I'm real excited, coming in with Third Turn, Tunney's Auto, Polk Bros Racing. They've done a huge thing over there, creating this performance shop for us, and man, it's so cool to be able to walk through the gate and go get a part that I need. You know what I mean? I'm so extremely grateful for the position that I've found myself in, because when I moved out here, I didn't know where I was gonna live. I didn't know what I was gonna do for work. I didn't know who I was gonna surround myself with. And a year later, we're settled in and we have good things going for us.
Then leads right into plans for 2025.
Plans for 2025. The season hasn't even started yet, and I believe we've been here 4 or 5 days on the track testing by ourselves with other people, open practice, track rental. We've already went to Florida. The car was not quite ready for that, and that's okay. We figured it a lot out with it. So between the track time we've had and our Indy season, hopefully we'll complete every single race that is possible for us. We plan on being here every single race, including the bus races, because I'm going to do my bus figure eights. We're planning on Colorado. We're planning on what's our place? Not Kentucky, but it's Kentucky-ish. Jeffersonville, Sportsdrome.
Okay.
We want to hit all those tracks. My personal favorite was our dirt race over there at Circle City. Man, that got my adrenaline going. That was something. And then I think my biggest goal for this season is to be Rookie of the 3 hour. Last year we had car issues, mechanical issues. We could not get a rear end in the car in time. God knows, everyone knows, my dad stayed at the track all night just trying to get it together. And hopefully we'll be more prepared this season, you know what I mean? And sail through, get some top 10s, grow in the sport. My main goal besides me racing in my career is, you know, to bring kids into the sport, to bring younger people, women, whoever it may be, but these old guys are going to be kicking it on their way out soon, and who's going to be next? So far we have maybe 3 youngsters out here, including myself, and man, that's just so cool to see. That's just so cool.
Then on that front one, who you think is going to be the dog to beat tonight, or this year, I should say, not yet tonight, but this year?
I'd say if we're, you know, putting aside our 20s and our usual top 5s, I'd say Dalton Connor is always one to beat. He's, you know, his car's on fire all the time. I'm really excited to see what this new kid Brooks, I believe.
Brooks.
Apparently he's got some experience, and I'm real excited for that. I think a lot of the rookies this year are going to come up and give those top dogs a run for their money, you know what I mean? I've seen aggression, I've seen motivation. I don't want to name names, but man, I'd love to see myself up there giving them a run for their money, you know?
Okay. And I guess the other one was personal, gotta ask, one, where's the ferret?
We forgot her. I thought my dad brought her. He thought I brought her.
You realize that is the one part of this whole operation more famous than you.
I know.
Is that ferret?
I know. She will be here all season for you guys.
Okay. All right. I wasn't for that. And you didn't bring the cat. I noticed.
No cat. She doesn't like the figure 8 track.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Well, Jillian, this has been a pleasure. Thank you for finally allowing me on the bus without calling security. Oh, now you tell me anytime.
The door's always open because there's
I know,
no air
that's
pressure. Just slide her right open.
They don't make enough of those little trees things for the bear, huh? Okay. Well, thank you again. Look forward to a lot of fun with you this year in 2025. And rock it.
Yeah, and come see us all season. Trailer's open. Come get hero cards. Come say hi to the ferret. You know, we're here to talk to the people.
It's good hearing from Jillian. It's going to be exciting to see her all year long. You know, Jillian is the only female driver to win an outlaw figure 8 race in the world, so we're really excited and honored to have her at the Speedrome now full time. Somebody else that we're really excited about is second generation star Dylan Douthit. Dylan Douthat's coming off a great finish in the World Figure 8 Championship, where he was the rookie of the race, and he's a previous regular season feature winner. So Tori Stiles talked to him as well and found out what his expectations are for the 2025 season.
One of the fellas that really set things on fire for us last few seasons, second generation man, Dylan Douthit with us up here right now. Dylan, wrap us up. What are your thoughts about 2024? What did you got last year?
I think we ended with a pretty good finish in a 3 hour there. I think we came out with 9th. Just excited about this year. We tried to build off our gains last year, and hopefully we put ourselves a fast car together in the off season, trying to pick up right where we left off if we can.
All right. Good news. And now then, the other one is plans for 2025. What are we looking at?
Well, hopefully get back in the winners column there. We got real close with a good battle with Mike Riddle last year, and just fell short. But hopefully we can maybe get in the winners category a couple times instead of just.
There you go. I already got 1 or 2 saying you're going to be one of the guys to watch here this year.
Hope so.
So what you got underneath you? What's doing some sheet out with him this year? Who's working it? Who's making it happen for you?
All my crew guys are out here turning wrenches right now.
You're the superstar. You do the interviews.
Luckily, I got another good set of hands with us. But Millennium Trailers, big time. We wouldn't be doing this without them. They got us all hooked up with a bunch of new stuff this off season. Took a big swing with the car in terms of chassis wise to see if we can pick up some speed. I think we gained some speed last year, but we're still a little far off of the big dogs. So
any thoughts on what you've learned just over the last few years? Now you've become from one of the guys who showed up, did a couple laps, left, to one of the guys they all got to watch out for. What have been the big changes on what's in the wheels and what's in your head on that? Possibly.
Everybody always says the cliche seat time, but you just gain confidence as you keep going. And I don't don't know if we're quite the guy to look out for yet, but that's definitely the goal, and hopefully we can earn some respect too.
And your big pick, who do you think we're looking at for 2025? Who's going to be the big dog?
Hard to pick against that 28 car. Jeffrey's pretty tough all year, last year and the year before, so he's a young lion in the game right now, and I think he's the guy to beat.
All righty, well, there you go. Predictions for 2025. Dylan Douthit, best of luck. I'll let you get back out there because you guys are tired of working. Take it easy.
Dylan Douthit's definitely going to be one to watch here at the Speedrome all season long, as he's an up-and-coming star. But somebody that everybody's pointing at right now is the reigning champion of the Speedrome Outlaw Figure 8 division, and that's the young gun, the gentleman Jeffrey Shackelford, who picked up his first track title here in 2024, and he knows that all eyes are going to be squarely on him as he now goes from the hunter to the hunted. So we'll see what happens with Jeffrey as he spoke with Tori here this past weekend.
One fellow that has set the bar here the last 2 years in the Outlaw Figure 8s. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah, getting there. That's pretty good.
I know. I've called you a young lion there for years.
For sure.
And now here the last 2 seasons, you have been the man to beat.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, Tori. You're kind of stroking me out here today, and I appreciate that.
There you go. You feel better?
I don't know about a young lion no more, man. I got a little gray in my beard. My hairline's starting to go back some. I'm starting to mature in my older days, I suppose.
At this point, Jeff Shackelford is one of the fellows that they've set the sights on. But you're in the target, you're in the hairs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking at you in the rear view mirror, in the front view mirror, and everything else.
Everywhere.
Okay, but here's the one. We're looking forward to seeing what Jeffrey Shackelford has planned for 2025.
Yeah, as everybody knows, I've been messing with my dirt program quite a bit here lately. We went to Florence, Kentucky this past weekend, but I'm excited, man. I came out here today. I should have brought my car, and I didn't. I'm watching some of my competitors practice today, and it's starting to give me the itch to get back going in the figure 8 stuff. We're coming off the win down at Auburndale, of course, and we've kind of been just doing our homework a little more over the winter time. Of course, that's a new car we just bought, and hopefully we can get it out here maybe later this week if the big R word don't come crashing down on us. But we hope to do some testing later this week and come firing out up strong here on Saturday night.
So what do you bring for 2025? Same ride, redone, what's new, what's sold?
Yeah, really, man, we're just the same boat. Come out here and win as many races as we can. We're not really a whole lot worried about on the points thing last year. We got kind of caught up in it, you know what I mean, which was a good thing. I can put that on my resume, of course, but we're coming out here trying to win races and try to win as many trophies as we can this year.
All right, now that I've been asking a lot of folks, their pick, who you looking to watch, who you looking to be the big dog here in 2025 here at Speedrome?
Man, you got to beat all these guys right behind me, and hence why I'm down here just trying to keep my binoculars on them and just keep seeing what they're going to do. And on these new tires we're on, and there's a lot of new cars out here this year, and there's going to be a lot more factors that come into play. I think the car count's going to be up this year. They said they've upped the pay a little bit, and man, I can't wait to see what happens.
And who are you liking in the new kids we got on the block here?
I don't know, man. There's some good ones. I know they're all good drivers, man. There's a bunch of new ones out here, and it excites me because I was a new guy not that long ago, you know. So said I didn't really see what they was going through, and I know what they're going through. You know, I've watched a couple of good ones here tonight. Little Johnny Hargraves, he just got here, of course. Kevin Brooks looked pretty good earlier today. Of course, he's in my car that I had last year, so I know it's a good piece, and I know it's capable of winning. He looked pretty sporty. The girl from Washington or California, she's been over here doing her homework, running a lot of laps. You know, I just hope them kids stay in it as long as they can and grow up, and I'm sure that ain't long before they win races. That's for sure.
Amen. All right. Well, best of luck here in 2025,
Thank you, guys.
and we'll see you.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Shackelford's definitely going to be one to watch here at the Speedrome as he tries to defend his championship in the Hadley Towing and Recovery Outlaw Figure 8 division. Someone else that's going to be busy here in 2025 is Ben Tunney. The 4-time World Figure 8 champion's not only going to be trying to put wins up in his Outlaw Figure 8 car, he and the folks over at Third Turn Performance have been boosting themselves up for a great season in the mini Outlaws that they've taken over. Should be a record car count for those guys here this season, and Ben has a lot to say about the exciting things going on in the mini Outlaws as well as himself behind the wheel of the 5 Figure 8 car.
Have a chance now to be with a fella that he's grown up watching me. I've grown up watching him, his dad, everybody else. Ben Tunney, ladies and gentlemen, used to be the new kid on the block. You're the rookie, the sensation. You became the champion, and now you have developed into what is the brain and bronze, it seems, of this Outlaw Figure 8 business, and even more. You got the mini late models. You got the whole thing going on to Third Turn. What haven't you done here for 2025? You got it all going now.
Yeah, I've probably bit off more than I could chew. Yeah, like you said, I started out watching and bike racing and then starting into racing, and now we're racing and trying to help others race, and started taking over the Third Turn Performance facility next door, and we're trying to broaden everyone's horizons with racing and make Speedrome a success, and especially the many late models, fast karts and things like that when the younger kids coming in, and also still trying to do our own racing and be successful with that. So there's a lot going on.
So you already mentioned earlier on this practice session here, start the season out, a little problem with the brand new car. What's the game plan? Do we start new? Do we fix the new? What do we do?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you could go with it, but we did some testing before Florida, and we've had some races in Florida, and now some practice now, and we've done a lot of work, and we're starting to run out of options and out of time. And you know, we could fight a car like that all year, and we might stumble on something really good. But there's also a chance that you struggle all year, and you know, I don't want to waste the whole year struggling. I got the years are limited. The time is precious. You know, I'm looking at maybe swapping the engine over to my previous car from last year. Possibly, I was going to let my brother Austin run it some, but I might let him try to run this one and play with it, and let him experiment with it, see if he can find something out that might make it better. If not, worst comes to worst, we'll strip the parts off of it and build another new chassis next year and try all over again. See if we can get something better.
One of the things you've been big on here in this season, and we saw the change, we saw the difference all throughout these practice sessions, preseason practice sessions, your mini late model operation.
Yes.
You've really turned that thing around. How many of those things you got right now, do you think?
I think they're around the mid-teens somewhere, 13 to 18, somewhere in there. I think that's going to be their breakout year just because there's been a lot of buyers buying people's cars, and they've been more out here practicing than usual. We've had lots of meetings, asked them what they wanted, tried to get their payout up a little bit, made a few rule changes, and there's some things they're not in love with and some things they're adapting to, and we're trying to listen and make it as easy as possible for them. But we're also trying to let them expand to other tracks, so maybe other people from different places in the area can buy these cars and run them at different places so they can grow, and that might help fuel the Speedrome as well. So far we got Painesville, Ohio on board and looking to get Salem and Sportsdrome. We'll see. Anderson Speedway had an open practice. They ran some oval. They said that was fun, so we're just going to keep trying to spread out a little bit, build it up a little, and see what we can progress to by the end of the year.
One thing I've been hitting everybody up on today, what's your prediction? Who's top dog in 25?
It's hard to argue with Mark Tunney, the world figure eight champion. It's also hard to argue with the track champion, Jeffrey Shackelford. Both of them each won a race in Florida. Both were fast at both tracks, and Mark's fast here tonight. So I look for them two to be the top dogs, and hopefully I'll be nipping at their butts at some point, but I'll look to get myself back up there. But right now, Mark and Jeffrey, I think, are there. Chad Sizemore and my brother Jesse would be good. There's several good ones. Dylan Douthit's got a whole new rear suspension together. He might have a breakout year. Troy Hughes is
everybody's on Dylan Douthit here for 25.
Yeah. Charlie Hargraves is getting a new car together. So Johnny Hargraves out there practicing now. That's a new guy. So there's going to be a lot of new faces into the outlaw cars, and some familiar faces too mixed together. And I think you'll see some new Victory Lane faces and some ones you're familiar with too.
All right, that's what we're looking for at all, and I'm looking for a lot more Ben Tunney.
Yeah, I hope
Thank
so.
you much, sir.
Thank you,
Let's get on to work.
Thank you.
Going to be very busy for Ben Tunney here in 2025, so you'll have to keep an eye out on him on that. Someone else that's special to watch here is his cousin Mark Tunney, the marksman, who is the reigning world figure eight champion. Mark talks about how he had a little bit of a bumpy road during 2024, but ended it on a high note, winning the $20,000 and his fourth World Figure Eight Championship. He talked to Tori Stiles about what's ahead here in 2025.
Hi campers, welcome back. Heating up thing here at the Indianapolis Speedrome 2025. And of course I have to start off with one of the best and brightest we've ever had out here on the 8, and that is the young man, not so young anymore, Mr. Mark Tunney. Mark, you had a pretty good 2024. What are the plans in 2025? You got the suit, You got the purple cart. You got everything rocking.
Well, you got a match. At least if you do some of that, at least you're at a good start anyway. So, 2024 was up and down through the season, but I mean, all in all, we didn't really tear stuff up too bad, and was able to come out with the 3 hour. I mean, you could have the worst year possible, and then if you win the 3 hour, well, it really wasn't so bad, though. So, 2025 started down in Florida this year, and there's nothing I can complain about with that. I mean, get a first and a second in the 2 races down there, come back unscathed, and getting ready for the home drome, and hopefully, click off some of these bigger races again, get back to the victory lane on some of these, during the season races that, kind of been missing out on the past couple of years, I think. Just getting good finishes, but I need to step it up and want people to say Mark whipped them tonight. So that's the goal. That's what we're shooting for.
Now for 2025, one thing people always know, who you looking out for? Who do you think are going to be the ones to watch, other than Mark Tunney, of course? Who are you watching out for in the Outlaw 8 series?
I mean, you always have to go with, I say always, he's young, but the past couple of years, your reigning track champion, Jeffrey, he had a good showing in Florida, strong, won one of the Florida races, so he showed that he can get around this place really well, qualifying in the race, doesn't matter, he takes care of the stuff and does a good job. So I know that he's probably, got a lot of eyes on him. Ben's in a new car this year, but nobody's much more eager than Ben to get things figured out. So you always have to watch for the 5 car, and obviously the 57, my cousin. I mean, I don't want to, talk up the Tunnies too much, but I mean, I am biased when it comes to it. So they're all really, really good. Chad Sizemore, I mean, he seems like he's had just really good success lately in some of these long races, especially being there at the end and being fast at the beginning. So Jeffrey, Chad, I'd say Dylan Douthit. I think he's going to have a better year this year than he keeps progressing. So I think he's going to feel like he can click him off a win. And those. When I show up to the track, I'm looking for the 5 car and the 28 probably, and the 91. Is typically what I'm doing.
Anything special, different that's going on for the car this year? Special we're tweaking we can talk about?
That we can talk about? No.
That's not a Daddy Bruce thing.
No. Everybody that knows me knows how kind of a pain in the you-know-what I am when it comes to some of the stuff with the car. I mean, I feel like we work super hard to try to get where we're at, whether you're renting the track to try to test or you just find something that just gives you just a little bit, a tenth or so on a race night. And I want to just cover it up to myself and keep it to me. So no, for the most part, not much different with the car this year. It's the second year for this car, and it was good to us last year. It's still learning a few things and then trying to find something that just gives you that little bit of a level up, and that's just the name of the game. It's hard to do, but it's what you search for.
Sounds like a game plan. Sounds like things going. Okay, who's going to be helping us out this year? You got one of the nicest uniforms we see.
Yeah, compliments the royal purple on this one. Yeah, I had to kind of butter them up a little bit to get it out.
I see the folks at Sheffitts are back on board again.
Yeah, Pete Sheffitt with Sheffitt's Napa Auto Care in Louisville. Wouldn't be anything that I am, without him the past few years. And at Royal Purple, One Way Auto as well with John Duke and Becky, and iBox Springs, Edco Welding. Oh no, I had to do it, didn't I? No, I don't have all. I mean, that's Branham Corporation. He's kind of one of Pete's buddies and kind of flies under the radar, but helps out the team and gets us started. My dad, TA Race Cars, obviously building such a great race car. My mom for helping me everything behind the scenes as well. Whatever I need, whether it's a babysitter or go pick something up for me, she's there to help me. So I couldn't do it without everybody. It's a big time team effort, and it's cliche to say, but it is.
Now, one little bit of trivia thing. I'm kind of curious. How many T8s are out there in the wild right now?
Me and Dad actually get a little bit sidetracked on some of those. I think there's a couple out of there that are maybe some Frankensteins.
Yeah.
But I know
a few of them bounced back here from long travels.
So there's been a couple that died, and you know, I got the Brooks kid. He's got Jeffrey's old car from last year, which was Ben's old car. Mason Hadley's got one of mine plus his own. You got to be pushing about 8, I think. 8 to 10 maybe, something like that. That's actually still out there in the wild. So
now you mentioned Kevin Brooks, you mentioned Mason Hadley.
Yep.
Any other newcomers that we haven't seen a whole lot of? Who do you think's going to be coming up top of the heap this year? Any predictions?
I mean, I think just what I've seen so far, I think Kevin Brooks is going to be pretty tough. He's already shown speed. He's not afraid of the car. It's just going to be a big learning curve. I mean, because it's so young for one, which I was there too at one point, and not necessarily afraid of the car, but just so many things, little things you learn and pick up from other guys that have been doing it for so long. I think Dylan's going to have a pretty good year, and I hope he does. He's a good kid and deserves it. He's not that much younger than me, but yeah, Kevin Brooks, I think you got to give him for the eyes on him for the Rookie of the Year, I'd say. God, there was somebody else that was.
Schaefer's another one that caught my eye right off the bat. Technically, he's eligible too for your rookie chase.
Right, I know he's run with us a few years.
But he never did the whole season.
No,
like
no,
that.
and I don't think
he was
he
in
ever
that stock. Everybody kind of
he didn't have the equipment that he's got now.
No,
so he's all in, and you know, I mean, I hope he does well too, because we got to have them guys that they put in a lot of that effort. I want to win every race, don't get me wrong, but I want them guys to feel like we're doing something, you know, and we want to still be a part of it. So that's how we get our 20+ car counts every night, and we got to keep that. So whatever we can do to keep them guys to where they feel like they're having a good time, and they're not getting killed in the pocket too bad. So I mean, it's racing, it's a hobby. You're going to lose money, but you got to have fun doing it.
All right. Well, you got a bunch of tires to work on.
Yep,
I apologize for taking away from it.
That's
Good
okay.
luck.
Thank you,
Hope
Tori.
to see you.
Thank you, guys.
Good things to come here from Mark Tunney here in the 2025 season, as he's always running up front. It's opening weekend here at the Speedrome coming up on Saturday, April 12th and Sunday, April 13th, as we're calling it all-in opening weekend. The previous couple of weeks we saw some rainouts, and that's pushed us into a great and exciting thing coming up. Saturday night we have the Wayne Arnold Memorial 75 lap figure 8 for the Outlaws. We have the factory front wheel drives, the senior fast karts, the Legends, Fords on the oval, as well as the return of the modified division. On Sunday afternoon, we have the junior fast karts, the street stocks, and a 40 lap mini Outlaw figure 8, as well as the wild and crazy and unpredictable grocery getters. To find information on these two events and all of our upcoming events, make sure you log on to speedrome.com. Also, you want to make sure and join Speedrome TV so you can watch the races if you're not able to make it, or check them out after you've been here that night by going to your Speedrome TV subscription. Talk about exciting things coming up in this opening weekend. It's the Wayne Arnold Memorial Figure 8, which honors one of the great legends here at the racetrack. It's the 6th annual race, and it's a race that we've had no repeat winners so far. We've had some different folks hitting victory lane, so should be wild and unpredictable to see who comes up this time to make the victory. Ben Tunney's the defending champion, but we've also seen wins from Matt Smith, Mike Riddle Jr., Jeffrey Shackelford also getting wins in the Wayne Arnold Memorial. A lot of great cars and stars will be here. You do not want to miss it here this Saturday night, April 12th. And as we produce all these videos here and all this great content that we're going to have, make sure you go to our YouTube page and subscribe and like the YouTube page every week so you can see all these great videos and those alerts come to your phone when that bell goes off. So make sure and subscribe when you're seeing these videos. And we'll see you at the Indianapolis Speedrome this weekend.